Hey, Patriots fans! We're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved New England Patriots. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. This way, you'll stay updated and never miss any breaking news or exclusive content. Christian McCaffrey leaving the 49ers and suddenly showing up wearing a Patriots jersey has created a shockwave that nobody saw coming. And the whispering behind the scenes only gets louder as insiders try to piece together the chain of events that led to this bizarre twist. Imagine the scene. One of the league's most dynamic offensive weapons casually walking into New England facilities as if this was all part of some grand plan, while fans across the country try to convince themselves that this is just smoke with no fire. Yet the murmurs keep spreading, the kind that make people stop scrolling and say, wait, what? The idea alone feels surreal. Almost like someone spliced two completely different NFL timelines into a single reality. Players are supposedly buzzing in private group chats, agents acting like they know more than they're willing to spill, and coaches dodging questions with awkward smiles that only add to the suspicion. There's an energy in the air, the type that usually comes before a major bombshell officially drops, and everyone can sense that something huge is unfolding. Whether this is a masterstroke or madness, the rumor is already alive, breathing, and impossible to ignore. The conversation around this possible move has turned into a full-blown phenomenon, with commentators trying to decode every subtle hint like detectives chasing a high-profile mystery. Some claim that this shift in scenery could symbolize a new era for New England, a revival of the boldness that once defined their identity, while others insist it's merely a desperate attempt to regain relevance in a constantly evolving league. Meanwhile, 49ers fans are caught in emotional limbo, torn between disbelief and denial, replaying every highlight in their minds as if searching for clues they missed. The social media meltdown has been relentless, with clips, screenshots, and even grainy sighting videos circulating like wildfires. Everyone wants to be the first to say, I knew it before it was official. Even rival fan bases are chiming in, stirring the pot with jokes, theories, and warnings about what this could mean for the balance of power. The tension builds not from confirmed facts, but from the strange silence of the key figures involved, the kind that makes people lean forward and whisper, something is definitely up. And so the rumor rolls on, fueled by excitement, confusion, and a touch of chaos. What really amplifies all this noise is the idea that McCaffrey, known for his precision, discipline, and almost surgical style of play, might be stepping into one of the most structured environments in all of football. That contrast is what fascinates people the most. It's like watching a superstar from one blockbuster franchise walk onto the set of another, instantly changing the tone of the entire production. Some insiders speculate that his presence alone could reshape the Patriots' offensive philosophy, pushing them toward a more modern, versatile approach that fans have been begging for. Others whisper that McCaffrey himself might be chasing a fresh challenge, a new chapter where he can redefine what it means to be a multidimensional player in an evolving league. Even though none of this is confirmed, the small hints, an unfollow here, a cryptic post there, a reporter's eyebrow raise, are enough to keep the rumor machine at full speed. People close to the situation, or at least pretending to be, insist that behind closed doors the excitement is real, the conversations are serious, and the mood is shifting rapidly. It feels like standing on the edge of a cliff, waiting to see which direction the story will fall. At the center of all this speculation is a sense of curiosity that's hard to shake. Fans are imagining how McCaffrey would look in those classic Patriots colors, and the image alone has sparked endless debates. Some say it's a natural fit, others call it chaos waiting to happen, but everyone agrees it would be one of the most unexpected moves in recent memory. Even former players have started chiming in, dropping vague comments that sound suspiciously like they know more than they're letting on. Reporters keep circling, trying to get anyone, teammates, coaches, front office staff, to slip up and confirm what everyone is thinking. And while the 49ers side remains unusually quiet, that silence only makes the rumor feel heavier, like the kind that lingers right before a major announcement. You can practically feel the tension through the screen whenever someone mentions McCaffrey's name. And fans from both coasts are refreshing their feeds like they're waiting for a plot twist in a blockbuster film. This is the kind of story that takes on a life of its own, and the longer the uncertainty lasts, the louder the buzz becomes. What makes everything more intense is how Patriots fans are reacting, because they're treating this rumor like a spark of electricity running through their entire community. They're imagining the possibilities, new schemes, new energy, new momentum. The idea of adding a player with McCaffrey's skill set has ignited a wave of optimism that hasn't been felt in a long time. Forums explode with hypothetical lineups. Fans record videos analyzing the potential fit, and talk show hosts practically lose their voices shouting over each other about what this could mean. Meanwhile, whispers emerge about private workouts, closed-door conversations, and that mysterious sense of urgency hovering around New England's facilities. None of it can be confirmed, of course, but that only adds to the intrigue, making people wonder whether this rumor is just the beginning of a much bigger shift. It's like watching a storm gather strength on the horizon. Nobody knows how powerful it will be, but everyone can sense that something is coming. If nothing else, this chatter has injected a jolt of adrenaline into the football world. And then there's the emotional layer, the human side of this entire narrative, which is easy to forget amid all the speculation and excitement. For 49ers fans, this rumor hits hard because McCaffrey isn't just a player. He's a symbol of resilience, explosiveness, and hope. They're processing the possibility of losing someone who became part of their identity, someone who elevated the team every time he touched the ball. The thought of seeing him in a Patriots uniform feels strange, almost surreal, like watching a familiar character switch sides in the final act of a movie. Patriots fans, meanwhile, are already fantasizing about what this partnership could become, imagining highlights and play calls that might redefine their offense. That emotional contrast, loss on one side, hope on the other, is what gives this rumor its heartbeat. It's what fuels the endless conversations, the reactive posts, the collective curiosity that keeps everyone glued to the unfolding drama. And no matter where the truth lies, the buzz has already made an impact, stirring emotions, sparking imagination, and turning this rumor into a full-blown cultural moment. The conversation has only intensified as more whispers emerge about what might have triggered this possible shift, with some insiders hinting at deep strategic motivations behind the scenes. People speculate that conversations between McCaffrey's camp and New England might have started far earlier than anyone realized, quietly unfolding while the rest of the league focused on other narratives. The thought alone has fans imagining secret meetings, coded text messages, and late-night calls between executives trying to craft something monumental. What makes this rumor so captivating is how unpredictable it feels, like the pieces don't quite fit, yet somehow they keep sliding into alignment in a way that makes too much sense to ignore. Supporters are running wild with theories, analyzing every detail down to body language and sideline interactions. Even analysts who usually dismiss speculation are pausing, tilting their heads, and acknowledging that this particular rumor feels different. It has weight, even if no one can explain why. The community thrives on that uncertainty, embracing the chaos of not knowing what comes next, while everyone waits for even the smallest hint to push the narrative forward. Until then, the speculation only grows louder, more dramatic, and impossible to contain. As the rumor ripples through the football world, people begin to question whether this move could redefine McCaffrey's legacy in ways no one previously imagined. Some argue that shifting to New England would give him a fresh canvas, a new environment where he could craft another chapter of his career with a different spotlight. Others insist the fit feels too radical, too disruptive, almost cinematic in its unpredictability. Yet that unpredictability is precisely what makes the rumor so compelling. It pushes fans to imagine scenarios where McCaffrey becomes the centerpiece of a revamped Patriots offense, one that blends tradition with innovation. It's a narrative that feels larger than life, filled with possibility and tension. Meanwhile, 49ers fans wrestle with the emotional weight of losing a cornerstone, trying to figure out how the team would evolve without the dynamic spark he brings. The contrast between excitement and heartbreak fuels conversations across social media, podcasts, and group chats, turning this rumor into a cultural moment that transcends simple player movement. Every passing hour without clarity adds more fuel, more theories, and more emotional investment, keeping the football world on the edge of its seat. Behind all the speculation, some fans believe there might be personal motivations driving this unexpected shift, as if McCaffrey is seeking something beyond football itself. They imagine him craving a different atmosphere, a fresh challenge, or even a new identity within the league's constantly shifting landscape. That sort of narrative ignites curiosity because it humanizes the moment. It stops being just about strategy and becomes a story about reinvention. Patriots supporters cling to this theory, claiming their organization offers the structure, discipline, and opportunity that could unlock an entirely new version of the star running back. Meanwhile, 49ers loyalists push back, arguing that he already had everything he needed where he was, making the rumor feel like an emotional plot twist they never asked for. The tug-of-war between these perspectives gives the rumor its dramatic pulse, something that feels ripped straight from a documentary or behind-the-scenes special. As fans continue to speculate, the mystery deepens, creating a narrative fog so thick that it becomes hard to distinguish truth from imagination. And that's exactly why people can't stop talking about it, because it feels like anything is possible. Then there's the fascinating angle about how this move could reshape team identities themselves, a ripple effect that extends far beyond McCaffrey alone. Patriots fans envision their offense transforming overnight, adopting a new rhythm built around versatility and unpredictability, while maintaining the gritty, disciplined DNA the franchise is known for. The idea of blending McCaffrey's explosiveness with New England's methodical structure becomes a dream scenario that supporters can't stop replaying in their minds. On the other side, 49ers fans dread the possibility of facing their former star in a different jersey, imagining matchups filled with emotional tension and dramatic narratives the league would hype relentlessly. These imagined future storylines add layers to the rumor, making it feel not just current but prophetic, as if fans are already living in a future shaped by this one move. It transforms the rumor into something mythic, bigger than a simple transaction. The emotional highs and lows create a shared experience across fan bases, turning this whisper into one of the most captivating debates of the season, even though nothing has been confirmed. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. At the same time, analysts across the football landscape are struggling to make sense of the rumor, trying to reconcile the logic behind such a dramatic shift. They dive into contract structures, organizational philosophies, past trends, and personal motivations, piecing together arguments with the intensity of forensic examiners. Some insist this rumor must be exaggerated, pointing out how rare it is for a player of McCaffrey's caliber to make such a sudden and unexpected change. Others argue that the very unpredictability of the league makes the rumor feel strangely plausible, especially considering recent shifts across multiple franchises. This tension between logic and intuition adds depth to the unfolding drama, making it feel like a puzzle the entire football world is trying to solve simultaneously. Fans watch analysts debate with wide-eyed fascination, absorbing every hint, every stutter, every pause, as if those small moments could reveal hidden truths. The more experts fail to reach consensus, the more the rumor gains traction, feeding off the confusion and uncertainty. It becomes a story no longer defined by facts, but by the emotional and intellectual frenzy swirling around it. By this point, the rumor has evolved into something far bigger than its original spark, transforming into a swirling vortex of speculation that refuses to die down. Fans from all corners of the league contribute to the noise, adding their own interpretations, fears, hopes, and jokes to the narrative. Social media becomes a battleground of theories, fan edits, mock press conferences, and emotional monologues that only intensify the drama. What began as a quiet whisper now feels like a cultural event, a collective obsession that everyone wants to be part of. The rumor takes on a personality of its own. Unpredictable, dramatic, electrifying. And while no one knows whether it will ultimately fade away or erupt into a blockbuster announcement, the journey itself has become the story. It's the buildup, the tension, the shared speculation that binds fans together in a way only sports can. And as long as the silence from the key figures continues, the rumor will keep growing, twisting, reshaping itself, and pulling the entire football world deeper into its mysterious orbit. What's even wilder is how people inside the league, scouts, assistants, even those anonymous sources that pop up out of nowhere, are suddenly dropping hints that this situation might have been bubbling beneath the surface for much longer than anyone realized. It's as if puzzle pieces that never seemed related are suddenly snapping together, forming a picture nobody expected. Some claim McCaffrey might have been quietly preparing for a dramatic shift in his career path, exploring ideas that had nothing to do with comfort and everything to do with reinvention. The thought alone sends fans into a frenzy, imagining closed office conversations that would rewrite the script of his football journey. The excitement mixes with disbelief, creating this whirlwind of emotions that refuses to settle. Rumor or not, the idea of such a seismic change has already taken on a life of its own, echoing through every corner of the football community like the beginning of a plot twist nobody is ready for. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.